Welcome to Dragonbane, continuing with Brimstone's League Part 7. And our dear friends are in a bit of a mess right now. Because, let's see. Oh, look, a bunch of rocks are falling down on their heads. Last time, when we were playing, our dear heroes were working hard on doing like a literal archaeological expedition. They didn't expect it, but it happened. Just because they used it as a cover to come to Maryura didn't mean that they expected to actually do any archaeology here, but now they are here and doing archaeology into mound that looks suspiciously like a grave. And someone, not one of the three heroes here, but Balder Growler, pulled a pin and made the roof cave in. But our three heroes are the chosen ones. So say the Kvur nation, the Kvur tribe that brought you here. So clearly you are untouchable, aren't you? And cannot possibly die at this stage. This show is rated R in case of bad things happening to characters. So far we haven't had too many horrible things, right? But I'm sure we'll get to the human sacrifice soon enough, right? And yeah.
Again, we'll see what we want to do with Balder after all this. So.
The human sacrifice is starting to sound pretty good right now.
Yeah. And don't forget to follow and subscribe and bell icon and all the things. Who is with you around the table? Who is with me? Who is with us around the table this fine day?
I am Gazebo, and I am playing Halveld Clearmind, the not yet world-renowned academic.
But soon to be.
Yeah, it's in the cards. Or crushed academic, either one.
I'm Roger, I'm playing Kirov the Large, human merchant and mining engineer, which has suddenly become much more relevant.
Much more relevant, yes.
I'm Brett, I'm Wild Wolfbane. He's a hunter who's a wolfkin, and that is much less relevant now.
I think it's amazingly relevant. All right. Let's get this going, shall we? The cave-in is coming, and we have three people throwing themselves away from this. Kirov, you are close to either this exit or through the door here. Wild is only close to the door, and Halveld is close to the door leading outwards again. I'm gonna run this in dexterity order instead of initiative. Or should I run it in initiative? Maybe I should run it in initiative. Okay, let's do it in initiative. You've talked me into it. What they said? We didn't say a word. That's correct. Don't let me pretend that I'm not completely insane. Turns out that Halveld and Kirov have the same initiative, but that's okay because they are on opposite sides of everything. Halveld, how are you gonna get yourself out of this? I guess we're diving back out from the room, aren't we?
Yay, and what do you need to... Or I guess... Let's see.
Evade
yeah,
makes sense.
I dive out into the hallway here. Yeah, correct. Just moves? It doesn't need any rolls?
No, roll evade.
Don't
be trying to escape.
All right.
I have you trapped.
Evade.
Yeah.
I can do. Can I do that? Yeah, I can. I can do that.
You can do that.
Yeah,
look at you. Halveld is out of trouble and just lands on his stomach in the very narrow passageway, and smoke everywhere. Kirov, do you have a choice to make here? I'm having a feeling we're going north, though, because Wild needs to get this way, right?
Yeah, and if Kirov gets in that doorway, Wild may not be able to get through.
Just don't get stuck.
All right, evade away. It works. Kirov jumps out of the way into this hallway here and is, of course, now prone. Wild, will you manage to dive out of the way as well?
We will see. No.
How is that a fail for you? Oh, your evade is a 10. Wow. That is...
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to push that?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Say I'm angry, that would make sense.
Uh-huh. There you go.
Hey, that one worked much better.
It really makes sense that you got angry, given that Balder and
Yeah.
everybody had been told not to, and then he... Okay. Poor old Balder has a bigger problem here, because he's standing far away from everything, so I'm going to have to roll his evade with a Bane, because he's that far away. That would have worked if it was a boon. I think the last thing you hear is a very surprised "Wah!" And then his voice is cut off really quickly, as everything is just filled with the noise of tumbling rocks and the smoke of tumbling rocks and the crash of tumbling rocks. That means a few things. Kirov, you are currently in a state of complete and utter pitch darkness, I would argue. I have to make proper walls here for you so you can't see a thing. Because everything is just an absolute mess. Okay, maybe there's a little bit of a light source, but yeah, probably not. I can redo those walls. Let's go like that instead. Yeah, that works. Whoop, there you go. You can't see a thing.
I'll light my lamp.
That makes sense. You do have one of those. Lamp has been lit. And you are in a corridor. There's going to be some rubble around you that has fallen in through the opening. Otherwise, you can actually see a faint red glow coming from underneath the door ahead. Wild, you are in a very different place. You are lying on top of, and okay, this is gonna feel a bit awkward initially. As you dove in through the door frame, the opening that you had just managed to pick the lock for, there is a literal fire underneath you. You're lying on a stone bridge. And you'll have to kind of roll on further to not get burned from the fire in this ditch. So evade again, please.
I'm alive.
Brett, please roll another evade for me.
Oh, another evade. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
That was me. I'm sorry.
Because of the fire around you.
Oh, man.
You're lying on a stone
okay.
bridge with fire around you. Like, there's a ditch underneath
Well, I
you.
just barely managed to... Yeah, that wasn't very good. Okay. Now let's say I'm scared. We'll try that again.
That works. Ah!
Hey!
You are scared, but
Yeah.
scream if you're being burnt alive. You managed to avoid
Yeah.
exactly that fate. You are furry too, so it's just extra much trouble.
Yeah.
You're managing to roll away from that too, and when you finally found solid ground that doesn't threaten to burn you to a cinder, you're standing between two ceramic statues, which are marked here in not great resolution on the map. There's 3 statues, but 2 of them are ceramic. One to the north and one to the south of you. The floor is in fact uneven, and you have in fact, as you have jumped away from that small stone bridge, found yourself on a floor that is tilting back down towards the fire, so you're going to have to put a hand or a foot down so you don't roll all the way back down again. On the far end of the wall, which is not very far away at all, you can reach it with an arm, there is some kind of statue. It looks like a minotaur, about the size of a human, and it has two outstretched hands with two big golden objects. The right hand has a skull and the left hand has an urn. But you are in fact lying on top of a bunch of skeletons.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So that was a lot to take in. Halveld, you don't have a whole lot to take in at all. You just have a lot of, except for the smoke from the dust from the falling debris.
Yeah. Halveld will call out. Wild? Kirov?
And can we actually hear through the rock?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
You can
I
hear
would
it.
respond if I can hear you.
Yeah, you can hear. You can hear.
Oh yeah, I'll respond. I'm okay.
That's annoying. Okay.
And it was loud, that thing, so Perma will come crawling through the... What happened? And she's looking absolutely alarmed, obviously.
It was a cave-in. Hang on, I think I'm forgetting someone. Boulder, are you alive? I'm very worried.
There is no reply.
Okay, that's not it. Okay, Halveld will try to... Is this completely blocked, or can he see past what level is it blocked?
It seems like the entire, top of the hill basically just squashed right down.
So there's no way to get through this.
Oh, there's certainly a way to get through it if you have pickaxes, shovels.
No, yeah, okay, yeah.
Muscular strength.
This is literally full of just debris. The whole thing has come down.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Fair enough.
And
Where
from
did
the
he
far
see-
side, you just hear the sound of a pickaxe hitting stone. Kirov is digging his way back out.
Yeah. Okay.
He does
Alright,
have the
Kira's
right
fine.
tools to do that. It might take a while. It is the right tools. It's gonna get warm in here, Kiro. You don't know how much air is being let in, and you don't know how much there might be a further cave-in as you work on this thing. But I'm sure it's gonna be fine.
And there's no ways opening that door behind him until the escape route is clear again.
We have learned our
Okay.
lesson about this place, haven't we? It's a
Don't
scary place.
pick anything
filled
up.
with dangers. Don't pick anything up. Yeah, so while you're like on the other side of the fire here, and you're like, yeah, don't pick anything up. The skeletons around you, there's 3 of them. They have been tied up by some kind of bronze chain to their feet, and I guess their clothes used to be very high class, but by now they've rotten completely. There's 2 large ones and 2 small ones and a large one. Skeleton. Halveld, Perma, what can we do? Maybe we should organize some rope and have the donkeys help us clear the debris.
Yeah. Let's see. Kirov, Wild. Do you see any other way out of there? Where you are?
I'm assuming I don't, correct? This is just a single room. There's no
Yep.
other door. Or...
No other door. No.
Okay. Not
Kirov
that I
will
can
shout,
see.
Kirov will shout, there's a door behind me, but I'm not opening it until you're all here.
Hello there! How's it going there, eh?
How's that other team? Oh, we're fine.
Yeah. Nothing else. It's just routine archaeology.
Need any help at all? I had a bit of a crash, didn't we? I have a fellow here who's fairly sturdy. He could help you out.
Does he fit in the... Yeah. All right.
For
Yes.
a piece of the loot, of course. We're not
Yeah,
just gonna
okay.
abandon you in there
Well-
now, are we?
Getting a piece of the loot was what got us into this mess. So
Yeah.
I think Halville is basically the only one hearing Robert here as he's
Okay.
peeking his head
Okay.
in, and the rest of you can hear the mumbling from some voice other than Halville.
Yeah, Halville will say, you know what? There are 4. Were they golden like heads or statues? Whole statues.
Gold!
Oh, I can't remember. Okay, it says right ahead. There's a section is collapsed, and yeah, I'd say if you can help us, if you can clear that out, you will find in the corners 4 golden statues, in which you may.
They were bowls, weren't they? Like braziers. Bowls.
Yep.
Or
Yep.
braziers are, yeah, I can't remember, 4 golden things in the corners. And they appear to be gold, although one of our party inspected them and it caused a trap and a collapse.
Oh!
So if you could remove, if your good man here could remove that rubble and clear the passageway, you may take those 4 our golden artifacts as payment.
Why, that sounds just like the kind of motivation that can just get us through this, now don't it? Alright, Gistaki, you heard the man. Put your back into it. Let's go. And Gistaki is looking at you and, I'm so sorry about your friend, he says to Halveld. I'll do my best
yeah.
to get them out, promise.
Yeah, one of us is underneath the rubble. He may still be alive, but in bad shape. So see if you can. He's on the left-hand side, so try and focus on that first.
I'll do that. Alright. Yep, Gistaki is making his way in there, and you're gonna hear he's a strong man. And you're gonna hear, and you're gonna see the results of that too pretty quickly, right? Because I'm just gonna roll a strength check here for him. There we go. Boom. It's a success, because he's very strong. Kirov, you're a mining engineer. Do you want to roll a crafting check with a boon thanks to your pickaxe? I guess the pickaxe does. What does the pickaxe does? Pickaxe does 2d8 damage against a door or wall without risk of being damaged. Hits automatically. Okay, so basically you're just slowly but surely reducing the hit point number of the pile that is in front of you.
The shovel, I think, helps you dig faster or something.
Right. It's gonna take a while, let's just say. Look at that! Kirov is on the case. He is a mining engineer, and this is where his skills are most useful, aren't they? I think the bad news is probably that it's gonna be well past dark by the time... This is definitely like a full shift job, basically. Which actually means that both Kirov and Aki and Wild gets a chance to do a stretch rest. So does Halveld, actually.
Yeah. As everyone's working away, Halville will just have a little nap. Just
yeah.
You could set up camp in the meantime, right? You're a bushcrafter, Halveld, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit, yeah.
He'll try to, but he'd rather sleep. So he's gonna have a what was that? Stretch rest? That's the he falls asleep halfway through. Well.
You're not gonna push that one? Okay then.
No, I've already. Yeah, he's already got enough conditions.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but if you set up the camp, wouldn't you then be able to sleep and recover all your conditions?
You would indeed, provided nothing bad happens.
Yeah, surrounded by these fellows, these lovely, charming people. He's gonna have a
Why are we
one eye open
so
rest.
suspicious about these lovely people? I don't understand. You need to sleep at least one shift per day to avoid sleep deprivation. So that is what this is about. So if you do not succeed, you are going to get sleep deprivation because you haven't put up the camp properly.
Oh, okay. Then I guess he'll.
Put your back into it.
Okay, good grief. Let's see, what skill is it? It is intelligence, so
Yeah.
he will get
So you don't wanna get
dazed,
angry.
obviously. He's getting dazed, so he's getting tired and weary. And that is a
Much better
one.
roll.
Look at that.
Yeah. That's what we wanted to have, isn't it?
It's got like air conditioning and indoor plumbing and everything. It's perfect.
Apparently, yes. Very well done indeed. So, we have a fire and some smoke coming out of the fire. And a camp. Let's not forget the camp, shall we?
Everyone's tent is perfectly pitched.
There. See? It's a lovely little
Look at
camp,
that.
isn't it?
It is. That is quite nice.
I think so.
He's even got the marshmallows out. Let's go.
Even more. Yeah, Robert will sit next to you, and while Gistaki is doing literally all the hard work, just together with Wild and Kirov. And Parma's trying her level best. She doesn't really know the whole doing hard work like this, but she's gonna try it anyway. Strength check here, because she wants to help. That didn't work. Very sad. But I know how she is and who she is. She's gonna get all scared, probably, as she keeps working on this. I think Deidre is not really the whole lifting person, to be honest. This lady, she's gonna sit down next to you, Halveld, and look you over a little bit. She has a smile. Are some of her teeth filed down to sharp points? I think they might be, yeah.
He has her teeth filed down to sharp points.
A couple of them, yeah, like her canines.
Oh, I trust her even more now.
She's
Is she? Does Halveld recognize her as someone from a certain region or area of, let's say, this empire?
myths and legends, please.
I can do that. I can do that. That's my thing.
It is your thing.
Right, I can't do that.
Wow.
Which makes me scared that I can't even...
When are you going to be able to do that? You've had terrible luck with your myths and legends rolls this entire adventure so far, haven't you? I swear, you're going to end up with a myths and legends of 18 by the end of this, just to be able to pass your rolls.
Yeah, it's... He's really good in areas that he's already read about, but in areas where he hasn't read anything about or whatnot, he's not.
Apparently, yeah. Yeah, no, she is in fact from one region of the Empire. Why don't we go over the map to make it easier for ourselves, shall we? Here we have the Tracorian Empire. And your token isn't even on this map right now because you are in fact far away from it. Right now you're far to the northwest, but this is the main islands, right? Here's Palamux, which is the western island. And up here in the mountains, there is a group of people called the Cargomitians. And they're said to be barbarians, celebrating wildly to their moon goddess, a practice which apparently includes cannibalism. You don't know if it's cannibalism of prisoners taken or some kind of other cannibalism, but the tattoos that they use on their bodies and this tradition of filing down their teeth are typical for Cargomitian cultures. There is a sort of border hedge between Cargom and Moscoria, because otherwise Moscoria gets invaded by Cargomitians all the time. So they solved it with a hedge.
All right, interesting.
In other words, everything is fine. But yeah, she'll be sitting there in the evening here. I guess they're gonna have, you know what? Robert is actually gonna have a nap in the night here. You just stay up a little bit. What is archaeology like? She says to you, Halveld.
Apparently, it's much less romantic than in the books I read.
That seems to be dangerous too, doesn't it?
Yes, that is something that they speak of, is that there are traps and you have to be careful. And yeah, so yeah, traps are left behind in these ancient ruins. So yeah, dangerous indeed.
But you're doing it for the treasure, aren't you?
A treasure, it's historical artifacts,
Treasure.
for the history. Different type. It depends what you mean as treasure. It's not necessarily gold and gems.
Oh,
And he pulls
there are
out
other
some
things you can
scroll.
sell as well.
He's like, yeah, there might be some interesting information. I'm writing a book, so I need some information to make a book about look at these ruins, and he gestures around him. Who built this? How did they build it? How many marvels and their histories? That's the treasure that I'm here for.
Yeah, she goes a little bit blank on that. Like,
That's the idea.
you're here to write a book about old stores.
The people who used to live here and how they lived, it's back in they have a spot in the library just waiting for a book about this. And when I publish it, I'll be asked to travel around and talk about it. And yeah.
She's just gonna nod at that. I think there's the distinct nerd nod.
Alveld will happily accept it, indeed.
Since it's now the time between 6 and midnight, I'm gonna give you another chance to regain a couple of conditions, Halveld, by sitting with your bone flute and playing a very sad song, possibly. I don't know. What are you doing with a bone whistle?
Then Alveld will maybe crawl up to the tunnel and just call out to make sure Kirov and Brett and Wild are okay.
You play the little bone whistle, like, here, listen!
I'll call out as well. That might be a bit more purpose, just to see if they're doing okay or whatnot. Are they holding up?
You just hear the continuous sound of the pickaxe from the other side of the rubble.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
well,
So
he's
Kirov
playing his
is
flute.
digging his
Other
way
than
out.
that,
Kirov's digging his way out. Is Wild doing anything, or is he just waiting to be rescued?
I guess I would just examine the room a little, see if there are any secret passages or.
Spot in. That is a fail.
Yeah,
Means that our
it's not
friend,
worth pushing right now.
Wild. Yeah, you're just sitting in here and not sweating.
I'm thinking of all the
because
ways
you
I'll
are-
hurt Balder once I get out.
Yeah. Not sweating because you are in fact a wolfkin, but panting. Yeah, like your tongue is just lolling out of your mouth.
I suppose the two statues on either side of me, I would examine to see if the skull and what was the other one holding? One was the skull, the other was holding
An urn. So this
urn.
So
I would see if those are booby traps.
so this statue here is holding skull and an urn. I guess you can roll another spot hidden check. You've looked for hidden entrances.
Well, to deal with this problem alone if something goes wrong.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you know? As you are sniffing about here, because I'm sure you are sniffing about, you are after all a wolf.
A wolf. Yeah.
Yeah. And you noting something. The statue stands, in fact, on a bronze axis that goes into the wall behind the statue, which means that if you remove one of these gold items, it's going to tip to one side.
Okay.
This is just full of schmug, mate.
I would remove the. I will very carefully pick up the urn, but be ready to place it back down if this goes south very quickly.
As you're slowly picking up the urn, the statue starts tipping with a crunchy sound because it's stone and bronze and everything.
You say tipping, like it goes like tipping to the left or to the right, like not
Well,
down
if you
on
pick
me.
up, you're picking up the left from the left hand, so it starts tipping towards the right because it's still
Right.
holding the
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll finish picking it up then.
All right, so it tips
Let's let it
completely
fall.
over, and out comes from the wall a gush of some kind of fluid that just splurts
son of a
down
bitch.
on the floor, down towards the fiery ditch. So why don't you roll an evade check?
You should have done the Indiana Jones thing from Raiders of the Lost Ark,
Yep.
weighing up the bag of sand and the head.
I still wanted it to tip. That wouldn't have.
It tips away from the mouthpiece, so like the statue functions like the cork for whatever is behind. So when it tips away, so it's currently running down towards the ditch. So what do you want to do as the
Like,
fluid is?
Does it seem to be a lot, or like will
It looks very oily. Smells very oily too.
Uh-oh. Is there something to climb on top of?
Not really, no.
Is there space from where it fell away for me to run into? Or no?
We need a new wild.
Why? Yeah.
You're in trouble, Wild. You're in trouble, aren't you?
Uh,
Look at this. Wild was doing perfectly fine, and then Kirov guilt tripped him into actually like poking around.
Who's poking
Yeah,
around by
no,
himself?
we're-
I'll have you. Okay, there you
put
go.
the urn back on the statue's hand. Can I put it back up?
Of course you can.
I'll try and do that.
Alright, the floor is sloping downwards towards the fire, right? So the squirt of oil that comes out from behind the statue has not stopped running down towards the fire. It's slowly making its way down there. Even as you put
Okay.
the thing down and you stop further.
Wait, how big is the urn?
It's about the same size as the skull.
Like, would it be
Oh
enough
wait,
to, like,
could
face in
you
front of
mop
where
up
it's
the oil
dripping?
with your sleeping
Gather it?
fur?
Now both the people were talking at the same time.
Oh.
I was going to say, could you mop up the oil with the sleeping fur to stop it getting to the fire?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Might not be a bad idea, let's just say.
Yeah, let's do that. I have fur and then I have sleeping fur. What's the difference?
One helps. One is like a sleeping bag. The other is like clothes that you wear to.
Oh. Okay, let's do the sleeping fur then. Yeah.
All right. So obviously the fire will explode when the oil hits the flames. I want you to roll to avoid catching fire right now. Why don't we roll? You have. I'm gonna give you a boon on an evade check thanks to the fur.
Okay.
The fur might get consumed, however. Then,
Yeah.
you've been evading a lot of things, and this
Yeah.
time, I think you're gonna succeed in not becoming completely roasted immediately. That's nice, isn't it? Not
Yeah, that's
completely
good.
roasted immediately. There is fire all around you. Your fur is going to be singed. The poor whiskers, they're gone. They're just gone. You have no whiskers anymore. They'll have to grow back out again. And you're gonna take some damage because you're literally in a sea of fire. But on the other hand, we've had a couple of people here digging. So maybe you are lucky enough that they come to you just as you're doing this silly thing. Roll a d6 to take fire damage as you are engulfed by flames.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
That wasn't too bad. And your studded leather is not going to help in this case.
Yeah.
I'm going to have you roll 2d6 the next turn as the rubble close to the door is, in fact, being freed by Gistaki himself, and even as Kirov is making his way as well. There's a concerted effort here from two sides, isn't there? Roll 2d6 to take some more fire damage. Mister, I'm literally on fire.
Oh, that's less good.
Yeah. Gistaki will try to put you out. I'm gonna roll his agility with a bane to put you out. Oh, that didn't work. Now Gistaki is on
I
fire
set him on
too.
fire.
Ah!
Stop, drop, and roll.
Both of you. Yeah, roll another d6 while you're getting out here. Both of you on fire, obviously. You're a lucky
Okay.
person, aren't you?
Yeah.
So it's going to be up to Perima, finally, to put you out of fire. Obviously. You can trust her to always have your back. And she's going to do the same with Gistaki, of course. So, a very smoking, very hurt Wolfkin is lying there. Even as our friend Kirov is finally making it out as well. Aren't you?
Yeah, okay, so what's the situation with what's our healing capacity? I know I've got a healing potion, so I could just pour that down Wild's throat if necessary, but what other options do we have?
You have plenty of options, and the plenty of options is called Perima.
Oh, yeah.
She made sure to grab flasks of the healing water of Demona from the spring at the temple, and she's gonna have you drink this now, please.
I will.
On the other hand, it might be better to save them and to just sleep and recover your hit points that way. Because that does recover.
Yeah, alright. Let's do that.
If you dare to sleep, I don't know. It's about midnight now. And Deedra's been awake, and she'll be coming up and giving Gistaki a really big hug. Oh, my big, beautiful, strong Gistaki. She's gonna squeeze his biceps a little bit and pat his cheek and giving a good kiss on the other cheek and run her fingers with the very long nails through his shaggy hair. He is going to blush tremendously.
Alvels
Just
will
before
walk
we
up to him
consider-
and he'll say, "Oh, sorry, you go, Kiro."
just before we consider going to sleep, remember Baldur is still buried under there.
He can stay there.
No,
You
didn't
haven't
he
heard a
dig him
sound
out?
from him so far. Kirov, why don't you roll a spot hidden check?
Maybe we've seen it.
Because you were in fact digging your way through there. It's not impossible that you might have seen something. Apparently you haven't seen anything. No traces of Baldur yet.
So if we're probably going to be sleeping, I'll push it.
Kisaki
'cause I'll
will-
recover.
Definitely. I'll better get back in there then and keep up the good work, eh? Because, oh, look at that. Kirov,
yeah.
you actually saw, probably as you were moving through the whole rubble here, you might have seen, in fact, a hand sticking out from the rubble. It was badly crushed, obviously, because it was inside all the rubble. And it was also very cold. You fear the worst might have transpired with Baldur.
Halveld has a good medicine or heal. Can he go and just maybe get a pulse or check, or
You can do that.
with his
yes.
knowledge, just check that he is dead?
Absolutely.
He was a fool, but he didn't deserve to die.
But died he did. Crushed by his
Okay.
own greed, apparently.
Uh,
Yeah, that hand is cold.
yeah.
And very
okay.
pale. Parima will
Well-
definitely cry. Oh, Baldur, he seemed like he had a strange sense of humor, but he tried to help us, didn't he? He tried to. He really tried. And she's gonna sit down on her knees and say a few prayers for Kmorda, and may Kmorda's frost forever keep his soul, and words to that effect. Perhaps when we can dig him out, we can give him a more proper funeral. He should not be just left behind like this. It is not proper.
Well, no,
Actually,
I
I
think
think it's
once.
very proper that he's buried in a thing of gold. I think that's what you would have wanted.
Give him
In the
gold.
morning, perhaps we can. In the morning, perhaps we can dig him out and give him a proper burial. Indeed.
Perhaps.
Need some rest. Need some rest now.
Gistaki is not gonna go to bed. I'll keep working. I'll keep working. The boss said me to do that. I need to find them golden objects first. But now I can at least use a pickaxe and a shovel. If you're not gonna use them, Master Kirov.
And Kirov is just staggering into the tent, looking as disheartened as he is, and just hands them over and like waves them
Yeah.
off to carry on.
Very well. Wild? Halveld?
He'll probably go to bed. He'll probably just be
Yeah.
stupid. Batman had
How
to die
about we
before we
say-
could kill him.
Yeah, maybe it's dusty. Halveld's had a bit of a rest. Oh, okay.
You're
Stay
gonna
up a
hear
bit
the
later,
scraping
maybe.
sound and the unceasing sound of Gistaki digging in there. I'm sure he's gonna get some exhaustion points overnight here. But for the rest of you, I can say that the night will actually pass without you being attacked by horrible monsters, which has to be the good news in this. So feel
Yeah.
free to everybody do a complete shift rest and recover all your conditions and everything.
And all the loot is gone. Shift rest. Oh, hang on. It's shift rest. There we go.
There you go. So, a bright new day is coming up over this very, I'm gonna say, desolate place. And since Gistaki has been up all night shoveling things, I'm gonna roll his d6 here. and he loses all his willpower points overnight. So you are literally gonna find him sitting, sleeping in the rubble when you wake up. He made a good job. He made some progress, but by the time you wake up, he is sleeping in the rubble, like leaning on a pickaxe or something, and you're just not going to be able to wake him up. There's loud snoring. He had made some progress overnight, though. You can see he was trying to find those gold objects, and I think he has managed to at least free out poor old Baldur and put him in a nicer position here. So he's lying here with his arms folded, and it's really not a pleasurable sight to see Baldur because his face is crushed, his rib cage is everything is there is so much bruising, and I think his head was basically broken like a melon. So it was, it's not a pretty sight. But it's a new day, and Rober and Deidre will also come out here. And all right then, says Rober, let's see what we got. Gistaki working on the job. Let's see, Master Wild, was it? You wouldn't happen to want to be a nice fella here and help us get Gistaki into bed so he could at least sleep during the morning. He has strong arms, that boy, but his mind isn't quite what it should be, if you take my meaning.
That's fair. He did get me out of a bad situation. Yeah, I'll help him get into his thing.
Roll a strength check, please. He is big and burly, but not more so than you being able to get him into a tent. So, there he is now. Deidre will take care of him and put him properly to bed with furs and sleeping furs and all the things. I'm afraid I am my strong man down, as it were, which is a bit sad, but no reason for us to stop the day's work, is there? Master Halveld, Master Wild, Master Kirov, Miss Parima, should I say Mother, being a druid and all, right? Shall we try another attempt here?
Yeah, we can go in and start clearing more stuff out. I think the room on the right is probably a bust, though, just to let you know.
And is there any, in this area, is there any trees or anything else that Kirov could use as pit props to hold the roof up and make sure there aren't any more collapses?
The only thing would be copious amounts of stone balanced on each other in a good way, which is actually not bad. Like, stone is sturdy, and properly balanced will keep things up. You know, exactly the way that central pillar used to be balanced. If you take stone slabs and you put them up in the right way, I think you can secure quite a lot. So yeah, let's go. I think this is going to take a shift for Kirov to secure things and just dig things out.
Is this craft?
Yeah, I'm going to call it craft. Minecraft!
Any boon?
Not really, no. But that was not necessary. All right, so how are you planning your excavation here? You want to have corridors everywhere, right?
Yeah, I was thinking it's like we need to open up as much access as possible. If any more rubble needs clearing, because there was a door going off to the left as well, wasn't there?
There was indeed. I'm gonna clear off some rubble like that. So, there you are. It's gonna be... Wait, it's been a shift! If anybody needed to rest anything. That's only Gistaki, actually, so... He's sleeping, and he is now awake! And he's ready to join the group. Oh, sorry, I got a bit tired there. Do you need me anywhere, boss? So, now you have a strong man.
So is the fire still raging in the room to the right?
It is not. No, it has stopped raging by now.
Should we give Baldur a burial?
I think we should. While Kirov is doing the whole mining thing, Halvel and Perma can do a proper burial for Baldur and the Kvur skeletons, the Kvur remains that you found.
Yeah.
Seems
Yeah.
logical, doesn't it? So there will be a new mound here, in fact, for these unfortunate ones. It is a burial site, after all, so maybe it's appropriate after a fashion. Perma has been reading the rites. Deidre will ask, since we're doing a funeral, I can't say I knew the deceased. I'm sure he was a terrific man. But since we're doing a funeral, shouldn't we do it properly with some feasting and consumption of his flesh and all that sort of thing? Or is that just something we do in Conical? Then she smiles a wicked smile and walks away. I might partake later on when it's not so offensive to the rest of you poor souls.
I'll just pretend I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I think Perma is just right with you with that one. We have some greedy treasure hunters here. Gistaki's coming with you. Rober, obviously. Perma will also have to come with because it's supposed to be her quest somehow, isn't it? Also, everybody will need to eat something today because you actually don't have a bunch of Kvur spoiling you for food. So maybe I'll just remove... You have one less mouth to feed. Yay. Remove.
And for one of us,
rations.
he's gonna feed her, so.
I'm removing 4 rations here from one of the donkeys.
Uh-huh.
So you've eaten for today. Alright, so, Kirov, you are ahead of everyone else. Where do you want to go now?
Okay, so we've got 2 choices. We've got this one room open, so we could see what we can do with this room first. Or we could go around opening doors and try and get the lay of the land before we try and do anything more significant.
Indeed.
I think let's get doors open just to see what the scope of this place is. So we'll go open the door to the left first.
We're gonna squeeze in a bunch of people here. It's narrow, so I guess Halveld and the others will be a little bit outside still. Something like that. Yeah, door to the left. The door eats you and you're never seen from again. Wait, what? No.
Yeah. That tracks.
With your luck, right?
Yeah.
It's an oaken door. It has a lock. And it is, in fact, locked.
Right, who's got the good lockpicks?
Right?
Oh,
That was Halveld, I
Halveld
think.
has them, but you'll hand them over. He has some good quality lockpicks.
I'll try first, just on the off chance of getting some extra points. And do I get a boon for the good quality lockpicks?
Or they're advanced. They're advanced.
I believe you do. Let's see now. Lockpicks. Advanced lockpicks. Yes, a boon.
Get a boon on sleight of
Boon
hand.
indeed. On sleight of hand. That was terrible.
Oh, no. We'll just hand them off to the next person to try.
I'll try
Why
next.
are you trying? Your sleight of hand is terrible.
I think we all have terrible sleight of hand.
Why Yeah, okay.
We can all go. Wild, you go next. Then I'll go.
I'll just move up back here to make room for the next person.
Rober will try.
Ooh, nope.
No. All right.
What's
yeah,
a
Wild,
good
okay,
thing you
all right.
didn't...
Halval will give it a go. All right.
It's a good thing you didn't roll the 20 there. Ah! Rober is... I can't make it work. Bloody
Are you
ashes.
kidding me? Okay. All right. Halval's gonna get annoyed. He's gonna get exhausted. Oh, hang on. All right. Are you kidding me? Okay. Can I do another one? Can I do another one? He's gonna disheartened. Hang on.
No, you
Wait,
can't.
you
You
can't
can
push
only
it a second time?
You've already
Ah.
tried. Let's see.
One of these stupid things. They
Sleight
obviously
of
don't work.
hand with a boon. Let's go. Will Perima be the one to succeed finally? No, yes, she will, because it's a boon.
Look at
How
her.
do you roll so 17 and 18? Like, gee, Halveld. So, of all of the people trying here, Perima is actually the one who has the touch. Kmorda be praised, she says. I was worried there for a moment. She's gonna open the door. In Kmorda's name, we step into this sanctum, not to defile, but to honor Kmorda and the gods, and follow in the path of the prophecy that the Kvur have spoken of. May Kmorda's will be done. She's going to step in. And I guess some other people might step in.
I'll come in.
Rober is just bouncing on his heels behind you. So what you can see in this room is different. This stone chamber is built much like the hall. Big stone slabs on the wall, big stone slabs forming the ceiling, and it's at least 2 meters tall in here. So more than 6 feet tall. 6'2" or 3, something like that. So all of you can stand upright. At the far end of the room is a chair. Looks like a throne, honestly. A very tall, mummified man is sitting on said throne. His face has kept a hard, condescending expression even in death. He's dressed in a rotting royal clothes. He has a purple shimmering velvet cloak with ermine lining and golden thread forming embroideries. On his head sits large enjeweled golden crown. Around his waist there's a black velvet belt with a dagger with very ornate carving on in the scabbard. Over his knees lies a silvery glittering two-handed sword that is just slightly pulled out. You can see the silver of the blade from its black scabbard. On the stairwell to the throne there is another mummy, a very old woman in a very simple gray dress. She has in her knees a beautiful but very buckled mirror in mother of pearl, a frame made of mother of pearl. And on the right and left side stand 2 tall mummies standing on like a footstone. The left they're sitting, both of them I should say. The left sits there with a broad-bladed black broadsword in the knee, and the right one is sitting with a silver glittering scimitar with gemstones inlaid in the hilt. They're dressed in very high quality, although by now molded and rotted clothes, and they wear chains made out of bronze that are now completely greened over by time. That is what you find in here. The tomb of a king.
And Kirov will just let his mass fill the door so nobody else gets in and say, remember, nobody touch anything.
Rober is like, oh, come on. We came all this way. We've been promised a share of the loot. We ain't found no loot yet. So, come on. I think he wants you to
Try the third door.
Yeah, I'll do a spot hidden right away to see if I see any booby traps.
Ah, you've learned a thing or two, haven't you?
Yeah. But I don't.
Well, you don't. I can roll for Parima too. She is looking around very carefully, careful not to touch any of the dead bodies. Looking behind them, looking underneath them. What manner of traps were in the other places? Because she never got in. She never saw the whole... She hasn't seen either of the other traps. Wild will have to fill her in.
Well, the main center was essentially a weight trap, whereas as soon as something was removed, it tore the foundation away. The room I was in, there was a door that fell open to release oil into a fire to cause an inferno. So usually it's when you move something.
I can see no signs of anything being connected to anything here.
The mirror that the one mummy is... Oh,
perhaps,
go ahead.
Perhaps these are the powerful weapons the Kvur speak of.
Maybe, but the mummies are probably going to come to life as soon as we try and take them.
You think so? She says it looks like with concern on you.
The mirror that the one mummy is holding, can I look at them through the mirror to see if there's any change in reflection?
You can look in the mirror, absolutely.
Yeah.
The mirror... It has... It's a little bit buckly. You see your own reflection. You can't see anything else right now. It's a distorted reflection, obviously. But it does have carvings around the frame. Probably some kind of characters.
Can I try and read it? Recall for Helvel to try and read it?
I would say so. You have languages, don't you?
Yes. I have a 6.
Out of 6. Ah, finally,
Yeah.
Rover will be able to get in here. Kistaki will go after Kirov, just in case. Why, this looks amazing, says Rover. Have we seen any
Don't
traps
touch
yet?
anything.
Oh, I'm not touching nothing. I know how things went last time. I might want my share of the loot, but I also want to keep my head where it's attached. So what happens?
Rover,
if-
can you read any of this? I'll show him the...
Why, as a matter of fact, I can. Let's see now. It's a verse. It's an Elvish.
What's it say?
It's a verse in Elvish. I don't know. Do you want me to speak the words?
Yeah. Unless you want to
But yeah.
give me a rundown of it. I asked you what it said.
This is the point something gets summoned.
Yeah.
Yeah, just summarize what the verses say. Don't read them verbatim. How about that?
It's some kind of verse, something about a heavy body and slow feet or something, and there's apparently a slave in the mirror. That's supposed to
Everybody,
carry a
slow
ride or
feet,
something.
and a slave.
Yeah, so the slave in the mirror should be carrying your eye somehow.
Wait, the slave in the mirror should be carrying the eye?
Yeah, something like that. I don't understand it. It's a verse. Could it be something about... I don't know. This is strange to me.
Okay, before we poke any more, let's do the last door.
Let's do the last door.
All right.
Anybody not tried the lockpicks yet?
We'll get to that, I'm sure. You know what? I'm gonna roll a d20 here for poor old Rover. I think, isn't it like a magic code or something, like the verse? You speak the verse and something happens. I heard of such things in the past. All right.
Probably, yeah.
The last door. It will lead to your deaths. Or not. You come to, basically it's a very rotten door, and it's painted red. There is... Someone has put an ornament on this door. It's the cranium of an ox in copper, like a relief carving on the door. And that's it. Are we going to dare try our luck here, Kirov, and open the door?
Yeah, let's do a like myths and legends or something to figure out just in what this ox may mean.
Sure. Look at that. You've seen now the little statue that opened the tomb to begin with. You've seen, or at least heard Wild describe, the Minotaur statue that led to the trap in the room next door. And here's an ox skull in relief. Clearly, the ox, or the Minotaur, was a sacred animal for this culture.
So who thinks there's a Minotaur on the other side of the door?
Alright, I'll open the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my bow ready.
Just in case.
Yeah.
It was unlocked all along. It is not a Minotaur.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a strange sight, to be sure. It's a very humid, even steaming cave. There is a bull in natural size, but it's made out of copper. It's like a statue of a bull. And it's standing upright, and in its neck, it's like the statue has been the throat of the bull has been cut, and out comes slow-moving red blood liquid that comes down to the floor, drips slowly. It's liquid enough, maybe a bit lava-like in its viscosity, and it's running out through this chamber, through drilled holes in the floor. In front of the bull, there is a simple stone altar.
Okay, now that we've opened everywhere else, I think at this point we should be, before we do the thing with the Elvish verse, which is probably going to do something, we should do what we were pretending to be here to do and just archaeology the living daylights out of this place. Just do spot hidden everywhere, myths and legends on everything. Just squeeze this place for all the information we possibly can before we do anything else.
Kirov, I would like you to roll a Myths and Legends roll with a boon for being your mining engineering background. That fluid, that liquid that is coming out of the bull's throat, it's not blood. It is also not lava. It is the source of the flickering light in here, clearly. But what it is, you have no idea. It looks like a cross between something geological and something organic. You've never seen anything like it.
I need to go to the bathroom. Everybody else, start your spot hidden and myths and legends rules and anything else you can think of.
Halva, you haven't gone into the proper depths of things here. You're over by the door still. It's almost like you're expecting.
He's waiting for the explosion.
What was that?
Oh, hang on.
Just waiting for
He's
the
waiting
explosion.
for the explosion. Yeah.
No explosion yet.
Hang on. Oh, hang on a second. I have a thing with. Alright, what's going on? Let's see what's going on. Where is my foundry? Alright.
So, what's going on, Halveld?
It's just.
Rober's going everywhere where you were going. Just in case.
Yeah. He's just waiting to see what Kirov uncovers in this room over here, I guess. Just looking around a bit in the different rooms.
Yep. Since you are doing it, he's gonna do it. Let's go, spot hidden. He's gonna do spot hidden in every room, obviously.
Oh,
Dang it.
Alveld will do as well.
He doesn't find anything in the king's burial chamber, that much is clear.
Okay. Does Halveld find something here?
What might you find here? Yeah, that's a good question, isn't it? What are we looking at exactly here? We have... There are no particular riches in here. There are no gemstones. There's no utilitarian objects. The king has not been buried with like a chess game or a schmickelboard. He hasn't been buried with servants other than the two guards and maybe this old lady. It doesn't seem like your traditional grave room as such. Yeah. I think you would consider these mummies to be very well preserved given their age.
I guess he'll inspect the mummies and how it's done. He is a historian, an archaeologist or whatnot, a historian, so he's going to just see if he can, just look at the unique features of their weapons.
Sure. Which one are we going to start with? While you're doing all that, Rober is going to shout, "Ah! Here we have a good salary! Come on, Gestecki!" Apparently he found something in the other room.
All right.
I'll go to where he is.
Has Wild told Rober about bad things?
I'm sure I would have told him about the room, yeah.
Okay, so
At
he's
some
not
point.
going to be picking out the hole. But Rober is apparently a smart fella, and he's going to find something to, like stones or whatnot, to wedge the Minotaur statue in place and then grab the 2 golden things so it doesn't tip anywhere. And also, he's going to find some jewelry on the floor. And he's like, look at this. See, Gistaki, I told you archaeology could be a very profitable venture. All for knowledge, of course. He looks up at you, Wild. We're just hoping to contribute. And then he fills his pockets and Gistaki's pockets.
So I don't really care about the archaeology.
Let's see now. Weapons. Which weapon are you starting with here? You have a 2-handed sword, a broadsword, and a scimitar. And there's of course the mirror as well, which is not a weapon, but it's the only. Oh, and then there's the dagger in the scabbard. I would Halveld to roll an awareness check for me, please.
No. Oh, Parma rolled a 20. Oh, okay.
Yeah. She rolled the no. As you're studying this mummy, the mummy of the king, very carefully, you hear snoring.
From where?
The dagger. The dagger, the hilt, is in the shape of an old man with his arms crossed. It's like an ivory carving, if you will. Looks like that.
Okay. Okay, wow. Halva's gonna ask Parma, could you quietly close the door behind us for a second?
She will do that.
Halva's gonna poke the dagger. Just give it a little tap.
She's gonna try sneaking here. She's not very good at sneaking, but she will try it. Okay, she's gonna have to roll. Maybe she is getting exhausted? She doesn't need her strength much, does she? Okay. This means that Wild will hear the door shutting behind him. Like that, in fact. Halveld? Kirov? Wild? What are you doing here? You've heard Rober and Gistaki go a bit crazy over the whatever they found in the room of flames. Seems to be some jewelry.
No. While I go to the door, you 2 okay in there? You set off a trap?
Not yet, she says. It's for your own protection, I think? She's looking at you.
Since he hasn't actually been in this other room, will I just have a look at the statues and stuff in this other room?
Very well. Yeah, there's a dagger. It sits in the scabbard, and it seems like it's snoring.
Okay, yeah, he is going to he's going to pick up maybe something that he can use to just maybe his own dagger and just give it, not with the pointy end, but with the blunt, the handle end of the dagger. He's going to give it a tap. Please.
Nothing happens.
Okay. Is there any writing?
Oh.
Are there any inscriptions on it?
Nope.
Oh, good. Okay. Let's see. Okay, interesting. He's gonna. Let's see. The scabbard it's in, is that to have any markings or anything? Inscriptions?
It's simple leather. It doesn't have any inscriptions.
Okay. Halveld is going to carefully remove this scabbard and, without touching the blade, just take it out, and then he's going to walk out of the...
You take it out?
Yeah.
And...
No, yeah?
As you're slowly pulling it out, it's really a very simple bronze dagger, and it's ivory. The hilt is ivory, and as you pull it out, the head wakes up. Huh? Tiden inne, var är den gode kung Ottar? Vi måste förbereda... Vem är du? The old man is like twisting. The ivory old man with the arms, like the arms are flailing a bit, and the ivory old man, he's speaking. Like the beard is, you can see the mouth moving and everything. And then he looks at you.
All right. Okay. Alva just gives him a little nod.
You can roll languages with double bane because I'm a cruel man.
Double, triple Bane. Okay.
No, just double. Not triple. That
No,
would be too
okay.
cruel.
Let's see.
There's a limit to my cruelty.
Languages.
Yes.
Oh, I failed.
The odds were not in
I
your
do
favor.
not. No. Okay, he's going to walk out of the cave. He's going to say, I have a thing in my hands coming through. Get this fellow.
What the
Side.
hell is that?
Everybody is curious. Rober and Gistaki are definitely coming after.
It's fair.
Is he still talking? I can try and translate.
Right now, the old man is just, like, looking at you all. You can see the ivory eyebrows are moving a little bit. And... Ja, men vilka är ni nu då? Var är kungen? Varför har ni inte svarat på min fråga? Jag är faktiskt den högsta rådgivaren åt den strålande kung Ottar. Och ni ska nu alltså på knä dessutom. Vad är detta för fasoner ni håller på med?
Okay.
Bring him over to the mirror. Maybe that has something to do with it.
I'll try the languages with the double bane to just on the off chance.
The
Yeah.
languages are amazing. That was so close, honestly. Anyone who has better languages? Nope. Rober... he can try. Nope. Nobody's understanding a single word so far.
Yeah.
The
I'm gonna-
he switches to a different language, the old man. And now you can roll just a simple language check. There we go. Kirov failed again.
This one sounds familiar.
Hey.
It does. Well, since you clearly are not civilized enough to speak my noble tongue, he is speaking now in Elvish. I don't know what language should represent Elvish in this setting, but since both of us can speak English, we'll continue with that. I will switch to the Elvish tongue and hope that civilized people have retained the ability to speak this noble language.
Alva will reply, yes, I think you can say that is still the case.
Ah, such a relief. Then, a slave, or are you a courtier? What is your station?
I am a chronicler, a historian.
A historian, a chronicler, a wise man then. A scholar, you say?
Indeed.
This is a most noble pursuit. How come a scholar does not speak the illustrious tongue of Ifilgrom? It is rather insulting, if I have to say so myself.
He's going to make sure you're comfortable in your scabbard or sheath, because I have some...
Bad news.
He's going to... I'm afraid your civilization has ceased to be.
That was a most amusing joke. Yes, indeed. Quite amusing. Now, shall we dispense with the nonsense? Ceased to be.
You can see...
you are standing
Alva's-
here. You are
Alva's
standing
just going to
here.
hold him up. Alva's just going to hold him up and then turn him around so he can see how everything is.
Yes, and see, he's going to. He's looking around. Ah! See the great valley of this capital of Kruri itself. This amazing, illustrious city stretching out in front of you with its paved streets and palaces and all sorts of civilizational miracles on offer. I cannot possibly say how you can say that this wonderful civilization has perished. It is, but I suppose... Oh, I see. You are not in fact the scholar. You are the court jester, aren't you? Ha ha ha! Yes, that explains everything.
Anybody else want to hold the knife?
Nope, you're doing a bang up job.
Yeah, thanks. So what is your name, if I may be bold to ask? And who was the man, who did you belong to?
Oh, my name is Dementius, Chief Counselor of the High King's Council.
Okay.
Lord Dementius.
So-
Counselor Dementius, in fact. Yes.
Okay. Counselor. He gives a sort of little bow of his head. You sound like you're a very important person here.
Oh, indeed, yes. Why do you think I have been allowed to be transported through time in this manner? To be at my lord's side, of course.
Oh, okay, indeed.
Also,
so you
mage, I might add.
arts. Oh, okay. Then I shall be very careful with my words.
He smiles.
The funeral of your master. Can you tell us about it?
Of course. We are simply awaiting the end of the curse upon which we're all going to wake up and retake the world.
What could you tell me about this curse? This perhaps I am. Yeah. What can you tell us about that?
It's a trifle, really. It simply made us a little bit... It made our magic malfunctioning every once in a while. But we have unlocked the secret to eternal life, so fear not, young man. I'm sure we can share it to you in exchange for... It's only for the true nobility, and quite frankly, it looks over your clothes. I think you're probably more likely... But we have uses for slaves of all sorts.
Oh, indeed. I do not pretend to want to go above my station.
Of
but,
course not. What? How could you go about your station? That would be an outrage, wouldn't it?
Indeed.
The
yeah.
power of the Kruri Empire covers vast lands under the iron fist of King Ottar.
Quite. Well, that's very comforting to hear. Okay.
Order.
Indeed. What can you... let's see. Halvo's trying to think of a date. He's trying to time, like, the last memory of this. When did you go into your little hibernation or to await the curse? Did you have a date?
Oh, but we haven't gone into the hibernation yet. It's still very... He scratches his cheek a little bit. I have it somewhere in my note. Oh, I don't have it in notebook anymore. It's more complicated when you're in this shape than when you have flesh and fleshy arms and a complete body. I could use a notebook, as a matter of fact, but I don't have anywhere to put it. No pockets.
Yes. I happen to have many scrolls, and I am literate in several languages. Perhaps I could take notes for you.
I suppose that will have to do.
For the moment. And so what can you tell us? And he points him towards the, I guess, this hill, this mound here. But do you mind if he's going to walk through? Could you just, do you mind just for myself, for the annals?
You're carrying
for
the
us.
obviously.
Yeah, and he's walking him through. He's doing basically a guided tour type thing. Could you tell us about it? Like, what could you tell us about this and any meanings or whatnot? And he's, hello, Wild.
Of course I can. I'm practically an expert. So where are you
Good
going
to
to
hear. Good to hear. He's going to do the skeletons last.
Okay.
So what can you tell us about this room over here? And what is this about?
Ah, yes. Right, we are in the... where did that go? Sorry. I need to scroll all over the place.
Oh, none of you can speak Elvish, right? So none of you have any. Oh, can any of you speak Elvish? Because otherwise you have none.
You can languages to understand what's going on here.
Okay. Hal was just like going blah 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 blah.
Yep.
Derpy derp derp. I'm Swedish.
No, that was not. The Swedish was for Ithilgrom's tongue.
No, I know.
Kiro has no idea. And
He's just following because this is fascinating.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes, this is the room that has been prepared as the resting place for the queen and the children. They shall slumber deeply here, close to the eternal fire. Very blessed.
Okay. And okay. All right. Fair enough. And then in this room over here, up here.
Ah, yes, the sacred room of the Earthblood.
What could you tell us about this?
Oh, practically everything.
Please do.
The Earthblood, source of great power. It is the essence of Earth itself flowing forth. I thought that the spring would have been dried out by now. Yes, in my heyday, before I had this form, I used to draw great magical power from this Earthblood.
From this. Okay. Alright. And how did that work, this drawing of magical power?
Well, we use magic, of course. You are not a practitioner of the arts, perhaps? Then I'm afraid it's a little bit beyond your understanding.
Indeed. Oh, well, it is. I am just but a simple chronicler.
I take
And
pictures.
this room over here.
Kneel! Kneel! Kneel, you wretched slave! Prostrate yourself!
For whom?
For
See,
King
nothing but
Arthur, of course!
corpses.
Lest he takes your head
I'll-
immediately! On the floor, worm! Screams Dementius.
Alveld will walk up and pat the Emperor or whatever on the head. This fellow here?
Outrage! Kneel! Prostrate yourself, and he might spare your life.
I'm afraid he is dead.
Prostrate yourself immediately, you heathen.
Okay.
Wild and Kier will only catch the outrage in Dementius' voice, clearly.
Okay. So why is the king? He's gonna leave before the guy gets too excited and has a heart attack?
You have signed your own death warrant. He's going to behead you for this.
It was a shame. I had a good life. Nevertheless, why are the king and queen? Why are the king and queen in this place?
Because it was the king's wishes, of course. What do you think?
Does you have any idea why the king wanted to be here?
I think that witch Rirba might have had something to do with it. She always poked her nose in where she doesn't belong.
Okay, because it
Nosy
doesn't
witch.
seem like very expansive. Okay. All right. I am just going to.
I really want to
Give
attach
you
this
some-
dagger to your character token, but I can't.
Oh God, Halberd wanted to put the dagger down, but he knows one of these people is going to grab it and try and run off with it.
They would never. They would definitely.
They would never stop running, that's for sure. Once they have it. Let's see. Oh, gosh.
Have we learned anything
It's
from
like-
this Dagger? Parama's been following, I think, in the distance, just trying to learn. What are we supposed to do? What about
Alright, well-
the prophecy? The powerful weapons to destroy the Shagalites, the Green Men. That's why we're here.
Ask him about the mirror.
So, what does the function does the mirror have?
The mirror, just a symbol of the witch's vanity, that's all. Just Dementius.
Oh, dear. What can you tell us about this witch?
Oh, she was so meddlesome, terribly annoying. I would love to have had her executed, but the king wouldn't have it. Always speaking out of turn, always coming with ill omens here and ill omens there. She spoke as if it was pure heresy, I'm telling you. She spoke as if the kingdom of Crudi, the empire of Crudi, would collapse one day. That we needed to take precautions and whatnot. Psh, ridiculous. Look at the avenues that we have around us. Look at the stately palaces. Look at the parks. There is nothing will ever bring down this empire.
Okay. Alvin's going to turn to the group and he's going to say, the talking mad dagger is completely bonkers, unfortunately. But he was apparently the court wizard. And I think he's gone a bit mad because he still thinks he doesn't see things for what they really are. But he does have, of course, a lot of knowledge. Does anybody have any questions? He's going to say this in a tongue. He's going to first see if the dagger reacts to, let's say, I don't know, the common tongue. If he doesn't, then he's just going to speak openly to the group.
What is that?
About
You're
it.
going to hear him in Elvish. What is that strange blather you speak?
I'm afraid it's a lowly slave tongue.
Ugh, let
Good
it
sir.
never pass my lips.
No, indeed, it's best you not listen, for it may damage you. It's so foul. It's so beneath you.
He will put his spindly little hands right over his ears. You're right.
All right. Does anybody have any questions or anything out of the questions I could ask this fellow? I've done a little tour, and he says, yeah, this is for the queen, that's for the king. This is where they drew magic from. So I'm staying away from there because that's just silly. Yeah. Anybody have any questions?
He said that the fire room was for the queen and the children. Was there any evidence of bodies in there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, there were.
3 by now
Yeah,
very
yeah.
burned skeletons.
Right.
If they had any clothes, the clothes have been consumed by the flames.
And
The weapons on the king and who is the woman beside him? If that's not the queen, if the queen and the children are in the other room,
That would be the witch. Could you? Is there just the body of the woman here? That's that's a woman next to the king, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that'll be the witch. All right. And does she have any? Is there anything on here like an item which would be recognizably from her?
There is the mirror. She's holding it.
Oh yeah, there's the mirror. Oh, of course. Good grief. Any volunteers to go play with the mirror?
just a couple more questions before we move on, just in case this becomes relevant. Ask him the name of the queen and the children, and if he knows the name of the 2 guards.
Okay. He will.
or if there are any
gently
enchantments
tap-
on the weapons.
Okay. He will gently tap the dagger. Mr. Lord Dementius here. Sort of.
Don't mess up my hair.
No, my apologies, sir. The
Can we throw this guy in the acid when we're done with him?
yeah.
Poor Dementius. That's just cruel.
Yeah. Oh God. Hang on. What was it? The names. What are the names of the queen and the children, if I may be, and the king? Well, right. Just for the front, he pulls out a scroll to write it down.
Queen Adrella, Prince Serax, and Princess Lirelia.
Ooh, beautiful names.
Very.
Majestic. And let's just see the guards of the king. They must be fierce warriors with fierce weapons.
Great.
Were they
Huge
wielding?
honor.
Ah, indeed. Were they wielding mundane weapons, or did they have?
Oh, no. They have been bestowed with the greatest honor and thus the greatest and most powerful weapons in the king's arsenal, aside from the king's own sword, of course.
Okay.
Great sword,
Halvold
empowering.
Okay, interesting. Halvold is going to, because he knows there's a whole group of like people breathing over his neck here behind him.
Yeah.
He's going to lean around the corner, but he's going to block him. Sorry.
Here is, I'm just going to show you guys. Here is the hilt for the great sword.
Yeah.
And then you have the broadsword, which is really weird because it looks like it's forged from just one piece of black metal. In fact, unlike this picture, because I couldn't make the picture do the right thing, it looks like it's a black hole. It's there because of the absence of the light.
Yeah, it's like obsidian colored.
Only obsidian will still reflect things.
Yeah,
Hold it in a particular
non-reflective.
angle.
Non-reflective.
Non-reflective obsidian, yes.
It absorbs light. Okay.
And then you have the scimitar, which looks like this.
I have no permission to view this.
No permission? Why not? Don't know why.
It's too magical for me.
It's too magical for you. Yeah. There we go.
We're not at that level yet.
No?
Yeah, exactly. You do not.
Show the players, please. There we go.
Oh, that's
so,
pretty...
bejeweled in the hilt, beautifully crafted, like silvery blade, and there are in fact runic inscriptions on the blade.
Okay.
Rober's just absolutely salivating over all of these things.
Hang on, who is what?
Rober.
Rober can't see this. He's back here.
Everybody is in here.
No, what's going on? Halvod's blocking the way, just like this. I was happy with that. No.
Okay, so it's just Wild and Kirov having a look at the weapons then, and pair them up.
Yeah, and Halvold, when the dagger tells him what's up, he puts a thumbs up and like points the weapons to Wild without these people behind him knowing. Oh, and then he translates.
Okay.
Oh, so the weapons are just mundane.
Some sleight of hand on the point of Halvold here versus Rober's awareness, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's see if you can get away with this trickery.
I have advanced lockpicks. Oh, it doesn't work here.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
You cannot get away with this trickery. Are you trying to fool us out of our share of the treasure? He's gonna... Gistaki, why don't you deal with this and move this gentleman slightly aside, will you? Not too roughly, mind you. Just polite, Gistaki will try to shove you aside. He's a very big and burly man.
That you won't need a roll. I've disadvantaged my strength already.
Alright, so he's just basically move you to the side. Like, just pick you up and move you to the side.
Alright.
He is a very strong fellow, Gistaki is.
Yeah.
And then he will go in here and have a look. Says Rober and just gives you a glance. But now Dementius is too far away from the actual chamber with the blades to be able to comment on anything you find in here. He can't see a thing.
No. Oh, I'm just gonna stand there and wait.
Wild, I'm gonna allow you to roll an awareness check, please. For no reason at all, of course.
Oh, who?
Wild.
Hello?
You don't remember your own name?
Sorry.
Wild. Wild.
The
The wild one.
awareness, you said?
Willed.
Oh. Okay.
Awareness check for wild.
Oh, awareness. Okay.
Not will.
That's
Awareness.
Hold on. Yeah.
Brett, you need more coffee, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that failed. Uh-huh.
Maybe.
Roger, do you want to roll an awareness check for Kirov? Seeing as you are in the room as well. Oh, look at that. Alright. Kirov, you're getting really bad vibes from the two-handed sword.
That's the black one?
No, that's not the black one. The
Oh,
broadsword is the black one.
okay.
Sorry. The great sword, the one with the scary head on it.
So Kirov will warn everybody about this sword before anybody tries to grab it. And so, what are the powerful weapons in here? There's the jet black sword and the scimitar are the other two. Is that right?
Yep. There's a broadsword and a scimitar. And the two-handed sword. Those are the swords that are in here.
I would take the broads. Where is the broadsword laying exactly in
lying
relation to the two bodies?
So the two guards. So if I move Kirov and Param a little bit here, you have one guard. You have one guard sitting here, and one guard sitting here, and the swords are lying across their knees.
Okay.
We already have a
I guess-
crate full of cursed swords. We don't need another.
I would try picking up the broadsword if you didn't get a bad feeling from that one.
What do we feel from that one? You can try an awareness check, of course. You feel nothing. It's fairly heavy. The blade, the tongs, and the hilt, they're all made out of one big piece of black metal. It's just a single continuous piece of black metal. Which means that it's not very comfortable to hold, to be honest. And you're pretty good with swords, aren't you?
Yeah, 13.
Yeah. You'd prefer your own sword, to be honest, because this thing is fairly heavy. It's not very well balanced. The blade, the edge, seems to be very good, though. It's still sharp. There are no notches on the edge at all. It's still as good as it was as new. It's just a bit unwieldy.
Yeah, I'll lay it back down.
All right.
I don't trust it.
Very well.
Do I get any kind of vibe off the scimitar?
Roll an awareness check. You get all the vibes. You can't feel anything the way you got looking at that devil's head on the two-hander or demon head just sent shivers down your spine. No such shivers from this scimitar. It's glittering with silver. It has runes in some kind of strange language. The blade itself has, like in the center of the blade, someone has etched in snakes as an ornamentation in gold on the blade. So this is like jewels and golds and everything. Right by the hilt, there are 3 emeralds on each side, and someone has stamped in 7 small stars. The hilt is black. Has been wound up with black and curated lizard skin for a good grip. There's no scabbard. You think it's a magic sword. That's what you think. You don't feel anything evil emanating from it. You don't get any shivers down your spine, but these runes and everything, it's probably magic.
I'll try and read the runes.
Alright, 2 Banes on languages. Much like on the mirror. No, the mirror was not the same. Yeah. Weird language you have never heard of. Never seen these kinds
I'll
of
try and read
scratches
it.
before.
Alright, I can give it a try. Nope.
Not at all.
Even though that black sword feels like crap, there's probably some special use for it that we're going to need it for. But also, I just really thought as well.
Let me read them. Let me see here. Let me see. I might be able to read. I've seen all sorts of strange things, and I have no idea. Gistaki here is an excellent swordsman, by the way. In case you need someone to swing a sword. For whatever reason. Say, you never told me why you are, except for the archaeology, of course. This is purely an archaeological expedition, yes? So you don't really need swords, per se. Perhaps we can trade. I found some things over by that other chamber. We could trade, if you don't mind, because those swords do look like something else, don't they? There we have, I have a silver chain here with some nice semi-precious stones. And yeah, we have that's really it. And the gold skull and the urn. Between the three of them, I feel that makes for a pretty penny.
Has anybody looked in the urn?
Nope.
Yeah, we probably should. And also, has anybody, Perima's been in the room with the bull and the earth blood? Since she's our only magic user, what did she think of that?
She can do all sorts of sense magic stuff. I completely forgot about that. Let's do it, sense magic! Here we go. All the magic. She is going to be able to tell you a few things, isn't she? The two-handed sword is definitely magic. Nobody is surprised, probably. What else? The mirror is magic as well. The scimitar is certainly magic. The broadsword is not. She can't really tell what that is, and she doesn't understand the earth blood either. It doesn't have any magic emanations that she can feel, at least.
And the skull and urn?
She's working hard here. Nope, no magic. Oh, do the necklace, please! No magic. So what do we do, my friends? Says Parama. We've been sent here for a reason. She's gonna look a little bit sideways towards Rober and Gistaki, because I think she, much like the rest of you, don't trust them entirely. And Master Rober, Master Gistaki, thank you so much. Come out in a moment. I'm just trying to read things here. Please, we will be right with you. She's going to try to roll a persuasion check here to get them to go out so she can speak in private. That didn't work at all.
I can try.
Sensing magic.
Hey, I succeeded.
We must secure the items so they don't harm anyone,
Yeah.
she says. Which is true, in a fashion, right? So I guess they will leave because Wild is good enough at persuading people.
Just barely.
And besides, Rober, they already have a lot of gold, so, like, at this point, the weapons are just a bonus. Alright, gentlemen, now that we have a moment to ourselves, we have been sent here to pick up powerful weapons against the Green Men, against the Shagolites, to fulfill the prophecy. There are no other weapons, at least literally speaking, than these three. Perhaps the mirror is a weapon too, metaphorically or through its magic, I don't know. And maybe... Maybe... I doubt that the items that Master Rober found is any type of magic, because... Or any type of those weapons that the Kvur spoke of, because there is no magic in them. But I've never done anything like this before in my life. I have no idea of what we do next.
You have the head at your temple, right?
Oh, she
Perhaps
brought it
that
with
might have something.
The head is in one of the donkey's packings. What I can understand from these different items, the mirror will allow you to... It has 2 verses to speak, I understand. And if you speak the verse that has been carved into the rim here, then, well, your eye will see very far away. But I don't know how to... I think you need to have you need to speak a cancellation rhyme as well. There are 2 rhymes for this mirror. One has been inscribed and the other one I have seen with it's only used magic runes. But you can also use this mirror to tell your future. Like an astromancer would. As for the sword, I don't trust it much. I think it is protected by some kind of trap, and it seems evil to me. But it also is very powerful. I think there is necromantic magic in it, as well as some elemental magic in it.
Could the sword be responsible for what's happened here?
Maybe.
It's necromantic.
The scimitar is also magic, and it is very sharp, and it will wound people. It has been enchanted to do more grievous wounds against any enemies, and particularly effectively against undead.
That's comforting.
It could be helpful. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's gonna stay out of the room. He's not comfortable with all these magical things, so he's going to view it from a distance. Considering he's holding a magical dagger, I don't know.
Yeah, I was
you
gonna
are holding
say,
a
You're talking to a dagger
aren't
right
you?
now.
It is a very interesting historically dagger. Like he'll take the talking dagger, you guys can take the killing weapons. He'll take the
Well, since we've got the talking dagger, you could ask it as well, if, as well as like sort of turning himself into a dagger, if he did some kind of time magic, which would explain why he's seeing the city as it used to be.
I think that's because he's gone mad after being stuck in the tomb for 3,000 years. That's this.
You're still holding the dagger.
Yeah. Can I do like a sense motive or a thing? I don't have that. You need a talent for that to see if he's crazy. Can I do it like a thing, see if he's crazy
Nope.
or indeed?
The insight
Is he in a-
special heroic ability
Yeah.
is a special heroic ability that you gain when the game master tells you.
Nope, fair enough. Let's see. I'll ask him Kiros' question.
Oh, yes, you see, my ending up in this shape was a result of my powerful magic. You're absolutely right.
And why did you feel it was a good idea? What was the decision to change to this superior form?
Oh, I was simply conducting magical research, and we pioneered the craft of magic in the Empire, and I was one of the very first to develop the various schools of magic that we have used since.
Wow.
And I was aiming for an enchantment of the dagger, and after a fashion, I succeeded, wouldn't I? It is enchanted, isn't it now? Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I understand. What can you tell us about these weapons? The weapons of the guards and the obsidian blade, or the black blade, or whatnot.
Ah, yes. The scimitar Sturmendrang. It is a most potent weapon. One of the most potent of the realm, in fact. If you ever have to find yourself having to fight against the undead, it will smite them like no other tool.
Okay, good. And this black bladed weapon?
Ah, yes, that is a fascinating. Nabakos is his name. It is a fascinating blade.
What can you tell us about this blade? What makes it so fascinating?
It is, in fact, not magic. But it has, let's just say, it's not from our world.
Okay, from which world is it?
I have no idea. But I know this black metal that does not exist on our plane. It goes right through anything made out of iron and steel. Any metals at all, in fact. Anything
Okay.
based on iron, yes.
Does it have any effect on the user? Or do either weapons have any side effects?
Oh, I wouldn't if I was wielding Nabakos the warrior. I would probably not keep it out in the sun.
Okay, alright. Okay, good to know. Anybody have any other questions for our...
We haven't answered about the demon-headed one, the evil
Yeah.
sword.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Ah, the most noble sword of King Ottar himself. The sword Ebharing. It is the hereditary blade of the royal family. It is, I should say, not to put too fine a point of it, one of my most proud pieces of work. Well, but I say mine, our, really. The Council of Wizards, yes.
Okay, alright, okay.
Absolutely. It does devastating weapon to any foe that dares stand up against the king. And, yes, you have to be a good swordsman to use it, mind you. But you remember what I told you about Sturmendrag?
Yeah.
When you slay your enemies, your hapless enemies, you cleave their head from their body with Ebharing, they will rise again as servants for the king, of course.
Oh, what a good idea. What a
Yes.
what a wonderful design.
It just. We were
Okay.
very keen on exploring necromancy, I'll say.
Oh, you were really? Oh,
Of course.
Speaking of explorations and whatnot, in the northern part of the, let's see how many, like a distance. He's gonna say like where the tower is, where these Shagalites are holding up, and the mountain. He's gonna say due at northeast in that direction. Is there a region of interest for people interested in necromancy?
Not in the slightest. There is the city of Farinata, of course. But are you talking about, like, the tower and stuff?
Yeah.
But there's no black tower there. That's, I don't know what kind of nonsense you're spewing there. Someone has tricked you, young man. Someone has tricked you.
That's
Well,
why
I think
I've
the
come
dwarves
to
said
you.
they made the tower, so
No, yeah, but it was built in older ruins. But in where that
Ah.
tower is, was there anything of interest? Was there?
Grand city of Farinata.
Okay, the Grand City. Okay. All right.
You just ask him more about Fionata.
Yeah, I shall do. Was there anything especially of interest with for this city? Or was it?
Of course. Was there anything of interest for this city? How is it that the great city, that the legacy of the great city have been completely forgotten like this? I am astounded that you even deign to ask the question.
Yes, but yeah, I am but a simple lowborn.
Clearly you are. Very low. Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you for that. Let me, and he will put him in, I guess, in his backpack or something.
Wait, what are
Let
you
me
doing?
put it
What
in
do you mean right back in the... I can't see anything here.
Oh, we're about to enter the commoner's quarters. It's best you don't see, and
You will
and
hear
also
some
best they
mutter.
don't see you.
You will hear
Yeah.
muttering in there.
Yeah, all right. That's fine. Okay. So these weapons, I guess we need to take them, and there's the evil weapon, so we don't want to give that really away, do we?
We need all the weapons, especially the evil one, just so nobody else has it.
Yeah, I don't know. Halvard was, man, very uncomfortable with it. He's also uncomfortable with the dagger he's now friends with, but he's the only one who can talk to it.
You are the friend of a dagger. I don't know.
Yeah. Dementius and me, the epic tale. All right. Well,
I
anything
guess
else?
I'll add to your inventory Dementius the dagger, shall I?
please don't. But I guess I have no options. Anybody else want the dagger? Going once. Going 17 times.
No, you can have the annoying talking guy who's a knife. He's obviously taking a shine to you. I don't want to split you two up.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. There we have it.
Oh, yeah, okay, no, that's for later on.
You can't have lockpicks equipped if you have your staff and the light crossbow equipped. You have to pick which things you have equipped at any one time. Equipped is in your hand, basically.
Yeah, but I just have the staff equipped.
I wonder if you actually stabbed someone with the guy, how he'd react.
Oh, right here. Okay, I've got torch, and okay, he doesn't have the light crossbow. He doesn't have the. I guess he doesn't have any weapons equipped at the moment.
Very well. Except Dementius.
Yeah.
Dementius is now an equipped weapon.
Isn't it? God. All right.
So who
At
wants...
some point, you've got to stab somebody with him just to see how he reacts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's the problem, though. If I grab the weapon, I'll be grabbing his head to stab someone. I don't know. That's gonna be really. That's gonna be weird.
Now we have the next question here, because the only one of the three of you... So, Halveld, your swordsmanship is terrible.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're carrying your staff, though, aren't you? Like, in your hand? I'm thinking.
I'm sure he can have it in his hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll have his staff in hand.
Anyway, my question was this. We have 3 people here. 4, including Parma. But the only ones with any skill in sword is Wild. And Wild is not going to grab all the 3 swords on his one, see? Unless we're going to give him all the swords in his inventory, and then he picks which sword to use.
Yeah, exactly. You just pick per fight.
All right.
Like the Swiss Army Wild. Yeah, you just,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to put...
We can all start practicing with swords to try and get our skills up so that we don't just, if we do have to use them, we don't just lop off our own limbs.
Right?
Yeah. I think Kirov should be doing that. You should be practicing. Wild can teach you how to use a sword.
Wild is now over encumbered, generally speaking, because great sword plus 2 swords is a little bit much.
Could at least put the evil one on one of the donkeys, so because that's not likely to be needed in a hurry.
We could do that. Okay, sorry.
I guess the deal we offer to the other team is just we keep the swords, they keep everything else.
That works for them. Rober is very careful and very mistrusting of everything and wants to make sure that he's not getting ripped off, but aside from that. So we're putting the great sword Ebharing, King Otter's two-handed sword, on a donkey.
Yes. Grotto is now the noble wielder of the sword.
Oh,
of
Grotto
Kings.
is the noble wielder of the sword. Very
Grotto,
well.
yeah.
So Wild is going to pass the great sword to Grotto. And Grotto is in fact not wielding the sword, it is on the inventory, which allows
Can we
us
teach
to
him
remove it.
how to use it? That would be pretty cool.
That would be different.
Okay.
So
I
you
didn't
can
see
either
that
have
coming.
your silver scimitar. Let me name these weapons. You know the name of the weapon, don't you? Sturmendrang. There we go. And this is actually a unique weapon, which is definitely worth more than 10 gold. And then you have that black broadsword, which you now know is called Nabakos. And yeah. Which of those do you want to have at hand in your belt, Master Wolfbane?
I suppose which one would probably be the simplest to wield, I guess. The two-handed, I'd probably not.
Now, we said that went into the
But,
donkey's packing.
oh, did that go into the... Okay.
Yep.
It's a question of whether you want
So the
to
broadsword,
have extra
is that
damage against
one-handed
undead.
or no?
Now there was two people talking.
Yeah.
So it's a question of
Go
if
ahead,
you
Roger.
want if you want added effect against undead, or just want to be able to cut through iron and steel.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess I'd go with the undead one for now.
All right, Sturmendrang it is. And I'm going to remove some more gold from you and put that on the donkey instead. There, now you're no longer over encumbered, Wolfbane.
That's a good thing.
So Nabakos goes in your backpack. Sturmendrang glitters on your at your side. Beautiful. You're going to need to have a scabbard for that sword at some point. Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say it's taken a little bit of time for all of you to do all of these investigations. That makes sense, doesn't it? So I'm going to say it's a new evening. So the question is, you have your camp here. You have choices ahead of you. You were talking about either going down to deal with a mercury mine. Like, you're up here now in the Crury Field. So you were talking about going down to the mercury mine and then going up to the Iron Tower. But you've had a bit of a day,
Yeah.
so I don't know if you want to do it right away or if you want to save that for tomorrow so everybody's rested properly. Rober and the others, they're like, "This has been a wonderful day," says Rober. "We have found so many wonderful things, haven't we? I think this might just have been the most profitable archaeological expedition ever. Archaeological, the word. Anyway, we are very happy to contribute to great knowledge and wisdom," and looks towards Halveld at this point. "We might just have a mind to keep exploring this area. There are more hills, there might be more treasures." In the morning, that is. Now we're just enjoying ourselves here tonight.
Oh, indeed. Yes, indeed. That would be a good idea. I think. For you. Be careful of the traps, though.
Yeah, we've noticed that there have been some traps around. Don't want that to happen again, do we? That would be bad. Poor old Rober. Poor old Balder, you said his name was. We'll give him some libations here. And he's gonna just pass out some libations there. Yeah.
So the only downside of this that I can see is if we actually do care about the archaeology, letting them go into the other mounds, they'll just strip them and wreck any information that could have been got from them. But on the other hand, we do have the Dagger guy who was alive at the time, so knows everything about that civilization. So
Who grabs the mirror? I'm gonna give it to Parma, since nobody else said that they wanted it. Maybe she's actually the person who's best equipped to have it, because it's a magic mirror, and you need to know the right words to use it properly.
Yeah, Halva's not touching it, that's for sure. Witch's
What?
mirror.
Very well then. So I guess this is actually an excellent place to take a short break in the narrative to discover what might happen next in our tale. Are we gonna just is everybody gonna sleep in the camp here, and in the morning you're leaving for the south? So that would be 12 hours of just basically chilling. Who's gonna sleep first? It's evening time now. You've had a long day.
Halva will sleep. Sure.
All right, Halva's gonna sleep. What about Wild, Kira, Parma?
Yeah, Wild will sleep.
All right.
This Kirov can stay up because he doesn't have any conditions, so he can sleep
During the nighttime. That makes sense. Rober is going to use this evening shift to just walk around and scout together with his two companions here and see if they can find anything else interesting. They're going to go up on the next mound basically and just borrow Kirov's tools and start digging and hacking out and all that sort of thing. But yeah, that's, I think, an excellent place to pause the story. And in a week from now, we will find out what a dragon's lair might be like when you're heading over there, won't we?
I think we probably have to stop at Arhem first, just to spend some of the loot, because we're so loaded down with gold.
You are loaded down with gold, aren't you?
To buy something. Maybe just a house, so we've got a base of operations.
Yeah, about that, since we're winding down here, I'm sure Deidre might have told Halvald one or two things about events in Arhem since you left. See, Deidre and Rober and Gistaki, they arrived at a different ship. She would have told you this last night, Hal. Just pure luck, really. We heard that the convoy had already left, but see, there was one special ship commissioned, so we got our hands on the last ship from the Empire to leave. Worked as simple deckhands before the mast. No big problem, really. Just pull this rope, pull that rope. But what was interesting about that ship, I can tell you, a couple of things. One was that apparently there was some kind of very important officer. He was giving orders to the captain all the time, and he had some kind of badge, at least. I don't know too much about Trakorian officials myself. The other passenger on the ship, he was a strange fella. He wore a great big hood, and half his face was burned off. Like it melted.
Okay.
Could handle
does
his
that
sword,
say
though, that's for
anything
sure.
to Halville? Is that...
Myths and legends.
And the description of this official, maybe she can describe his clothes or what the thing looked like or whatnot.
It works for once, doesn't it? The man with the melted face, that could very well be the famous knight Arn Dunkelbrink, sworn to kill a dragon. Apparently his face
hey, awesome.
not
Wow.
managed to kill a dragon yet.
Okay. Oh, that is good. Guys, maybe someone could kill the dragon for us.
On the other hand, the worst bit of news, which is an excellent piece of news to end the session with, the officer in question, you hear the word Digitalonga. That's the secret service of Dracoran Empire. Yeah.
Okay.
Why is an officer of the secret service coming to Arhem?
So, I mean, who sent us then? If the secret service is showing up.
Right? Isn't that a good question? And we will end the session on that cliffhanger. Again! New twists and turns. An agent of the Digitalunga in Arhem. What does that mean for everyone? Who knows? We'll find out in a week. Remember to subscribe, follow, bell icons, all the things to follow this story of epicness and see how our heroes fall into the next trap. See you in a week, everyone. Thanks for following.